Well, this year marks the 20th anniversary of the Oscar-winning film Sideways.
Oh, it had a huge impact on the wine industry around the world and my wine drinking consumption. And it continues to drive travel to where it was filmed, Santa Barbara wine country.
It is a beautiful area. They're celebrating with one of the movie's stars in that area. So our travel guide, Gabe Saglie, is live in Solvang, I believe it's a little Danish village.
It's so cute.
Look at you, he's got the sweater to go with it.
Yes.
Looking great, Gabe.
Are you having Merlot, though?
Yes, here I am. Beautiful Solvang. You know, this is a Danish town that was founded back in 1911. And many of you have been here, part of the Santa Ynez Valley, known as Santa Barbara County wine country. And you said it. Can you believe it? 20 years since this $16 million film. $16 million bucks. That's pittance compared to today's Tinseltown standards. But it became a cult classic. It became an Oscar winner for Best Original Screenplay. A lot of the actors, including Virginia Madsen, of course, nominated for that film as well. And as you said it had a major impact in the wine industry, not only here in Santa Barbara County, Northern California, up and down the west coast of the USA, but around the world as well. And of course, Pinot Noir, which is sort of the darling grape featured in that film, romanticized beautifully in that film. Sales soared in the years that followed that film. Merlot sales, which is sort of lambasted a little bit in that film, dropped dramatically. Not only sales, but plantings. Folks around the world were pulling out Merlot grapevines, planting the Pinot Noir just to keep up with demand. It did affect quality, I think, a little bit in the years that followed, but at this point now, 20 years later, Pinot Noir continues to be a favorite for many folks. Merlot has rebounded, so if you're a Merlot fan like me, that's nice to see. Quality's gone up, but it's amazing how this little film certainly has impacted the wine industry up and down the state of California and globally as well, and it continues to this day, 20 years later.
That's impressive that it's still affecting the region there. So tell us about this event. It's the Taste of the Santa Ynez Valley.
Yeah, so this is an event that launched in 2019, and the Santa Ynez Valley, made up of 6 towns, Solvang, of course, as well as Ballard and Buellton, Los Alamos, Los Olivos, and the historic township of Santa Ynez. These were, about 150 years ago, stagecoach stops for folks coming from northern to southern California. Now each has its own charm, its own history, its own appeal. Now, there are Michelin-starred restaurants here now. The wines produced in this area rival those in Northern California, rival those in Europe. And so this event was launched in 2019, Taste of the Santa Ynez Valley, with events across all the 6 towns that make up this area. You know, we're talking communal dinners where they close down the main drag of a town like, say, Los Olivos, and people sort of sit down with their neighbors and friends and have great meals. There's a great new business here called Highline Adventures. You can do zip lining. 3 of the fastest and longest zip lines in the state are here in Buellton. Folks will be doing that as well. You've got olive oil tasting, you've got yoga in the vineyard, you've got watercolor painting in the vineyard. So it's a 4-day event, September 26th through the 29th. And one of the stars I mentioned earlier, Virginia Madsen, is going to be a part of this, because this is a year now, again, celebrating all of that, but of course commemorating the 20th anniversary of the movie Sideways. And Virginia Madsen, who played Maya in that film, will be part of the event, and she'll be hosting the 20th anniversary screening of Sideways right here down the street from where I am right now in the town of Solvang. I met with her just a couple of days ago. Here's what she had to say, anticipating this wonderful event later this month.
It's still so alive, this movie, and it was really became a cultural phenomenon, I guess, for lack of a better term, but there's very few movies that do that. Santa Ynez Valley is so welcoming, and you really feel at home there. You have such a beautiful experience. There's incredible places to stay, and of course, the incredible wine tasting experience.
Yeah.
I'm just so pleased that they're going to show it right there.
Exactly.
So everyone can celebrate, you know, with the group, and celebrate with me, and raise a glass.
So that, guys, is September 29th, the culmination of this 4-day event. On Sunday, September 29th, Virginia will be at the Hitching Post, which is the restaurant you saw in that film that is down the street from where I am right now in Buellton. There's a food and wine event there. And then in the evening, the screening of Sideways. 20 years later, Virginia will be hosting it, introducing it, and mingling with folks as well. A lot of folks in the Sacramento area love coming down here.
Yeah.
I think this is a great excuse, guys, September 26th to the 29th, to come on down, revisit the beautiful culinary and wine scene here, hang out with an Oscar nominee, and sort of experience this film all over again 2 decades later. Visit syv.com for more information. And I will see you there, I hope.
Well, and as you know, our good friend Julissa Ortiz spent a lot of time there during her career, as well as you. So I know it comes highly recommended.
Absolutely. You know, funny, quick little story. I was working in TV locally 20 years ago. So was Steve Large. So was Ortiz. And we would cover this. There was buzz about some film is being made in the wine country. And then to see it have the kind of success globally as was really neat then, and to still be talking about it now, continues to sort of be a sort of a marvel, I think, for this area and for the industry and for movie lovers in general as well.
It's a classic.
I grew up not too far from there. I remember when Anderson Pea Soup was basically the only restaurant in the area, and now it's like Napa of the South.
Absolutely.
Gabe, thank you very much, Gabe. Appreciate it.